All right, review the timelines. Time of the stop, time of the arrest. These are contained on the DI 177, the temporary driver's license. When you see an officer who fills out a form and says, I stopped him at 1:05 and arrested at 1:08, there's a 15-minute rule determination for the PBT. You also know that it was a pretty quick evaluation if he arrested this fella in 3 minutes. Time to the police station. I just had somebody who traveled back in time a few weeks ago. Somehow he made his way to the Wixom Police Department before he was actually arrested. And coincidentally, when I'm looking through these timelines, I find out, gosh, the start observation time is identical to the stop time. I think I need that video from the police station. And look at that time of that start observation time. I've actually had a few cases where the officers wrote down their start observation time. They didn't wait the full 15 minutes. You show up, you show the prosecutor, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's a problem. Okay. And then, of course, the time of the breath test. Review the FOIA materials. Now, I've attached a sample FOIA for you. All right, this is what I try to seek in every case. You're asking for these materials, of course, because they're helpful. One of the things I ask for is the 10 prior police reports. And I got a case out in Holland where 9 out of the last 10 DUI arrests, they were stopped for a burnt out license plate light. And I kind of was curious. I mean, pandemic over there that their license plate lights on their license plate. Yeah. All right, you carefully watch the videos, and I can't emphasize this enough. If you're not getting videos in a DUI case, you're losing cases that you could just win simply by spending a couple of minutes watching the video. But carefully watch those station house videos. You're going to compare your report, your police report, to the video. You're going to review the data master and PBT logs, and also review those individual tickets that are produced in connection with the data master logs. Don't assume that just because the officer is writing it down on that nifty little form that they like to introduce that shows that the data master is working properly, that they're actually recording all of the numbers there. Wayne County Sheriff has a separate report for those ones that fail, and they don't put it in the logs. I pulled one yesterday where it wasn't actually a simulator test. This OD80 ticket showed that the police officer had run the wrong type of test. And then review those, I already mentioned that. And then listen to the radio 911 tapes. Radio dispatch tapes aren't really useful because it's tough to, I don't know how cops understand each other when they're talking on those radios, but they do somehow. But it will show you a timeline. And if you get the printout log of those dispatch recordings, they will oftentimes conflict with the times that are reported by the officer in terms of the stop versus the arrest time. Visit the scene. Visit the scene, visit the scene, visit the scene. Your client was there being arrested, and all that it's going to take is a casual drive-by for you to look. The officer is going to tell you during the course of the jury trial that it was a flat level surface. If you visited the scene, you know that the guy was standing on an incline that went up like this. You get to look around and you can see that there's a gas station over there, there's a light up there, it's busy traffic here. You get a real sense for where this client was tested. And you can use that to cross-examine the officer. Had an officer one time claim that he was hiding out behind this one alleyway. I went to the scene, and yeah, it was a pretty good alleyway with 2-story buildings all the way around. There was no way that the cop could have even have seen the street that he claimed my client was on. All right, motions in limine. Creativity is key. These are just a few of the motions that I filed and what other people have filed. Motion to permit attorney voir dire. Motion regarding voir dire questions. Motion for special jury instructions. Special and jury instructions, the rules say that there is no standard criminal jury instructions. Get creative with them. I've actually won cases because the prosecutor said, yeah, that sounds fair. The jury went back and looked at those special instructions and said, wow, yeah, well, not guilty. Motions regarding sequestration. All right, always sequester the state witnesses, but do your expert witnesses need to be sequestered? The question, there's nothing in Michigan law that says yes or no definitively on point. There's an unpublished opinion. Motion to preclude prosecutorial misconduct. Man, I've gotten more trouble for that one. I've been yelled at so many times. Mr. Mays, you're impugning the integrity of the prosecutor. And motion to exclude hearsay documents. I like to do that with Crawford things and that sort. Here's a little cartoon for you. You get back to that goddamn cubicle and start thinking outside the box. Just do something different.